So let's start with when you should go to the six. What time of day is best? I mean, I personally like to go about just after 4 o'clock after I've had something to eat. And it's better as you get a lot more choice because the six only usually gets busier around 6 or 7, and most people like to go at that time. Well, it just happens to be that the sun fades east to west, which means it's a sun trap. It means that the sun is pretty much on the street all day long. And that is also why the girls don't come out of the bar because they hate getting dark skin. That's why sometimes when you go to the beach and it's a lovely sunny day, they're all under umbrellas. They don't like the sun. I had personal experience of seeing somebody that's like that. They don't even want to go out in the daytime. So they will not go out of the bars if it's sunny, which means until the sun goes down, they're all in the bars and they don't stand in the street. Part of the fun of the six is walking the gauntlet in the middle of the street. But this doesn't bother me too much because normally what I do is make an early start and then I go and have some fun, maybe pick one or two venues, and then I go for a walk later on. I generally choose to have food maybe between 5 and 7 because the most important thing to Thai girls is eating food, and you might as well eat when they eat because if you're on the six and it's between 5 and 7, that's when they're all going to be eating. So it's not the best time. If you go when it's eating time, you're most definitely going to be sort of ignored or sort of not responded to a lot because that's their priority at that particular time. Yeah, it's right. Timing and planning is very important. The other thing is many people don't really go when the girls are stone cold sober because they think they're not as much fun because they've just started work. But for me, it's a good personality test to see whether a girl is a good fit for you. If they've not had drinks and you get on well, that's a good thing. It's a good test. There's no play acting, you're seeing the real person. Different people like different things. There's definitely an argument for them having a few drinks inside them to get fun, which is the same with many bars, but particularly noticeable on the six. The bars themselves supply drinks to the girls to get them in the mood. So don't think that just because there's no customers, they won't have drinks. That's not true at all. They give them free tequila shots and stuff like that. The girls will have to decide amongst themselves when it's time to start work. And they start after they have finished gossiping with their friends. That tends to happen again after dark, but it's not the same in every bar. And if they are with you and interested in you, you will be fine. So it's kind of another test to come early. And believe me, you will benefit from that earlier start. That's my experience. So that's basically the way I find out whether they're a good match or not. The other thing that I learned is when I first went and walked down the middle of the road, not many girls interacted with me because there are unwritten territorial rules about girls not encroaching on the territory of other bars. So the middle of the road is not a good zone to be in. Now, if you do that, the girls will see you as being a newbie walking down the middle of the road, and they will think that you're just a voyeur, you know. That's just someone that's coming for a good look and not a serious Connect 4 player. They will ignore you. You walk down the middle of the road and they will ignore you. So don't make that mistake. The other thing is it is essential that you smile. Don't make it too cheesy. Don't be a cheese ball. You really need to walk the entire length if you're going to make an informed choice. But be a cheeky chappy the whole time because the girls find that attractive. They love it. I'm telling you, they absolutely love it. It's the best place to be close to the bars so the girls can get close and in your personal space. Oh, yes, you're going to love it. That's what it's all about. If you actually are walking close to them, it gives them an easy opportunity to grab your tools. You know, don't walk in the middle of the road. Then, if you walk to one side, that's an indication that you're actually looking and interested. Don't walk at normal speed. Walk really slowly, like you need a walking stick. What I like to do is when I'm walking, is I like to make eye contact and play funny games and act stupid, like a bit of a total clown. That's my style. That's how I like it. It's because the ones that relate to you and laugh are probably the ones that you're going to have a better time with because they're more on your wavelength. So it's good. Let your personality come through. Be yourself. But don't just stand there and gawp because that's not cool and it's not attractive and they don't like it. You must get the balance right. I don't want the girls to notice if I have a camera because most of the time it's strapped on my chest. So let these girls look at your face and remember that if you're walking, you must think that you're a handsome man all the time. The girls look in your face and they don't look at the camera. As you come past a bar, you will look in the bar and remember you've got that big cheesy smile on your face, but don't be the cheese ball. What you're trying to do is walk past the bar and catch the eyes of your next potential victim. Or if you're desperate, you'll take any girl that looks at you. Remember, it takes two to tango. So if you don't get a reaction, just accept it. It's like if you're online. If you get a click in the online world, it's a potential lead. The girl will then come over and evaluate you and your content, if you know what I mean. And are you a good person? If she thinks so, she's going to push and encourage you to have a drink with her. But you need to get a reaction. I walk down the road and only the ones I ever interact with are the ones that give me a reaction because I don't want to waste my time. Generally, the younger girls go for the younger guys. They will tend to be more attracted to the younger guys, and it works vice versa. The guys tend to go for the younger girls. But there are middle-aged guys like myself that like the younger girls, but you have to be realistic. If I walk down the road, I'm middle-aged, and a lot of very young girls will just look at me and turn away. But that's fine, because I don't go for that age group that much anyway. But you just have to remember that if you're middle-aged and you like the younger girls, you have to sort of really look at the ones that are interested in you. Because if you go in somewhere and you haven't done that sort of test, the pre-work I mean, then you're going to end up disappointed. I've seen it so many times, people in the bar, and they just end up leaving. They've had a bad experience because you don't want to waste your money. You're out to have a really good night. So, you want to have a nice time. You want to get to know somebody and have a really good interaction. It was a great experience last night. The interactions were good. The company was good. You want to be thinking that the next day. So if you're a much older guy and overweight or something like that, you'll get far less attention. Just accept it. And go and interact with people who want to interact with you. And consider going to the gym tomorrow. No, seriously. Remember, it's natural. You're bound to get the odd older girl who will maybe interact with you. So there's always somebody for somebody. There's somebody for everybody. If you're a young 20-year-old guy and you walk down to one side and then you walk down the road, you're going to get lots of attention. You'll have so much choice, you won't know what to do. You'll be lost because you know you couldn't possibly decide on which one because there will be so many. Basically, what happens is that the girls will choose you. The girl is the hunter, not you. You may think you are, but in fact, you're not. The girl is the hunter. She has thousands of guys walk past every day. Yeah, just think about it, thousands of guys. And she's looking at them and weighing them up for the ones that she likes. The ones that she does, she'll make a beeline for. It's as simple as that. These girls are very smart. They know what to look for. Many of them don't have education, but they're savvy. They're street savvy. She will react to the ones that she likes the look of, and she will ignore the ones she doesn't like the look of. She's a hunter. What I have learned is I would just come across the first attractive girl that I quite like the look of, and I would go into the bar, and that would be it. It will always work out. I wouldn't continue down the road, but now I have to say, I'll come back. I'll come back. Evaluate your options. It's a key part of any process. I think coming across this way makes you more appealing to girls. So, I've learned now you don't actually go in the first bar with the girls who's reasonably attractive. You walk all the way down the road, and if you walk all the way down, you'll come across, in my case, it's usually maybe 6 or 8 girls who will react to me, and I'll choose the one I like the most out of the 6 or 8 instead of just choosing the first one. It's better that way, it works better. And then you walk back, but you walk back fairly quickly because you don't want your first choice to be taken. Make sure you try and catch her before somebody else is with her, but don't appear desperate. Don't let her see you walking at the speed of light back towards her. You've got to play it cool. Another thing, when you see one you like the look of in the bar, go and sit with her. This is a critical time. You need to find out if there's chemistry. You don't want to just simply be grabbed by someone who is not into you, but they're just looking for your money. Yes, of course, they're there to earn money, but you want that, and you also want a genuine reaction. You want a real feeling or chemistry between each other, and that is the best for you. To find out whether there's chemistry, take maybe 15 minutes. Just have a sit down, be calm, get to know each other and have a bit of banter. See if you can make each other laugh. If after one drink, and look, make sure it's one drink. If there isn't chemistry or you're not quite sure, just pay your bill and just leave the bar. You know, there'll be many more options. Just rinse and repeat, or go to your option B or option C that you identified earlier. Don't walk in the middle of the road where the cars are, because they could drive over your foot. They should ban the cars. It does my head in when there's cars driving up and down the road. So in a way, it's better to walk to one side or the other. They should make it a walking street, really. But anyway, walk next to the bar. That way, you'll maximise your chance of getting a reaction with the girls, and that's what it's all about. The girls really like Sanuk Sanuk. It means fun in English. It's really important. If you're good Sanuk Sanuk, a girl's more likely to warm to you. That's what it's all about as far as they're concerned. Besides making money, of course, but they're there to have fun when they're making money. As I say, interact with the girls, go close to them, walk near them, walk slowly, look in the bar, smile, and that's the way to do it. Oh, and they'll think this is a genuine customer, you see. He's looking for a girl, he's looking for drinks, he's looking to play Connect 4, whatever. Not just some guys who walk down the road and gawk. They really don't like that type. If they see you doing that and then you approach them, they're probably going to reject you anyway. Yeah, I see many groups of guys and they just walk down the middle of the road and all the girls ignore them. It's quite funny to watch. Remember, don't be intimidated. The girls are out there for fun. and do whatever you want to do. Don't be pressured into things. Generally, for LT, the BFs are very high for a reason, because they don't want the girls to leave the venue. So, what's my experience of the six? Yeah, I mean, you need to be careful not to waste your money, because the girls, they'll take your money, and you'll end up sort of feeling like you didn't have a good experience. So you need to be a bit savvy about it. I like to watch them very carefully and see how they interact, and like I like to walk up and down a few times, see who they're like, sort of what type of people they like, see how they are with their friends. Just try and suss out their temperament and personality a bit before I choose to spend any time. Uh, I suppose I'm a bit risk adverse, because I don't want to waste my money. You know, we all know now, but it's a lot more expensive than it used to be. I mean, if you look at LDs, they're about 180 Thai baht to about 220 in some places. I think I heard of one place where they were asking like 290. So that's sort of the LD side of it. And sometimes they'll try and drag it out, and make you sort of have loads of LDs, and then you'll end up being disappointed. So you need to ask the relevant questions about, like, do they pay Connect 4? If you wanted to leave the venue with them, would they come with you? You need to do all that in the first drink, and you need to just watch their body language and how they interact with you. Look, it's not dating, but having a good chemistry is really important. So you want to see, but they're not fake and false. So this is something else that I do when I'm going in between venues, is I'm sort of just sussing them out, because I'm making an investment in a way. It seems a bit crazy to think of it like that, but I like to really suss it. I also like to sort of just maybe just touch their hand, or like touch their hair, and just sort of be friendly like that, to see whether if they pull away. I mean, if they pull away, then that's a sure sign. It's not going to be a good interaction for you. So I would just skip and run, and pay the bill. Always check your bill. They'll put your bill in like a little bin. Always check that when every drink comes. Some people like to pay after every drink, but I'm fine. I just check it after each one to make sure it's correct. If it's not, just calmly flag it and say, look, there appears to be a mistake. Don't get angry, because you'll see much content on YouTube about when that happens, and it never ends well. And you don't want to be doing that. So don't do that. And then if you get on well with a girl, and you're talking about sort of Connect 4, agree sort of, the compensation for her time, and yeah, you're set. And if you want to leave the bar as well, when you do leave the bar, make sure that you decide where you want to go and what you want to do, because you don't want her going to her friend's venue, and then you end up getting fleeced for drinks, and they've got an agreement, or she's got a kickback, or the same with restaurants. Just make sure that you're in control of things. It's your time. You're compensating for, like her time, but it's your time. If you're on vacation, it's your vacation. Or if you live, locally, if you're an expat, or you're a nomad, then, it's your time, it's your money. So, like, just keep in control of things. If you like the video, please do consider subscribing. If you've got any comments, I read all the comments. Please make a comment.